For the non-Jewish Semites, some might argue the true Semites, everyone else, islanders, Hispanics, everyone else that might have slipped my mind, these are the major groups in the world. By the time you've reached this video, which is part 4. Okay, my first declaration was to all black people. They will piece together everything else I'm trying to do from the other 3 videos. So I addressed the blacks, Africans, and black African Americans. I addressed the whites and Jews, the Asians and natives, and now it's for the non-Jewish Semites and islanders, Hispanics, everyone else. Alright, so for the Semites, I'm sure you have no problem with what I'm doing because Christianity and Islam comes from the Middle East. Okay? So I can't see how you possibly have any problem with anything that I'm doing. If you want a non-controlled movement, no CIA, no secret society manipulation, just for the people in the name of God, then I'm your man. My movement is your movement. And I welcome you all. And I would like you to direct your jihad surgically against the spiritual bottom feeders who are trying to push their agenda. But I would also like you to show leniency and love and compassion for all non-Muslims, and if you're Christians, for non-Christians. As long as their philosophies are not a dominant philosophy, then they should be allowed to exist to some degree. For islanders, you know, your religions will be respected as long as they are not anti-Islamic and anti-Christian and trying to take over. You know, it's not going to happen. The majority of the people in the world, just like right now, are going to worship one God. That's how it's got to be. There's around 4 billion people in the world that worship one God. That is over half the world's population, and that's how it's going to remain. For the Hispanics, I don't see how you could possibly have a problem with what I'm doing, since most of you are Christians as it is, unless I'm mistaken, but I'm pretty sure that I'm not. You know, so again, you know, there really shouldn't be anything for me to have to personally say to you, because you're pretty much doing what you're supposed to do, other than being infiltrated by white people, which is what everyone makes a mistake, that mistake, including black people. So I'd ask you to, you know, be vigilant in your hunts for traitors. Do not let the spiritual bottom feeders change your point of view. You know, we are all proud of our past. Does that mean that we have to hold on to the mistakes of our past? A lot of us, a lot of our people has made the mistake of not accurately defining the one true God, not accurately defining the nature of the spiritual world. You know, does that mean that because we are from that people that we should make the same mistakes that they did? No. We have entered a time where the prophets have revealed to us, the Messiah, the Christ, has revealed to us the true nature of the Almighty. And so, we must do what we can to secure a future of monotheism for our children, and not let a bunch of pedophiles, a bunch of atheists, racists, LGBT people, you know, misguided feminists, the worst criminals, and lowly, lethargic, unscrupulous, unprincipled Satanists destroy what our forefathers have helped secure for us. And that is a relationship with God. The only thing worse than defying the commandment of thou shalt not kill is allowing the word to be taken away from our descendants. That is when a time to kill has come. When they are attempting to murder the soul of your children, by denying them Scripture, by outlawing Christianity, by confusing, by perplexing, bewildering your children. That is when you must stop them by any means necessary. Even if it would cost you your soul, even if you're putting your soul in jeopardy, you must secure the soul of your descendants. It can be no other way. That which you do for the least of my brethren, you do for me. If you put your soul in jeopardy for those who will become the least because these lowly satanic dogs plan to deny them Scripture. The enemies of all humanity are people who completely hate Christians and Muslims. That should thoroughly define for everyone who the good guys are. These people are oppressing everyone, yeah, but they have their pet peeve is Christians and Muslims. Their main targets are Christians and Muslims and their philosophies and their religions. That should secure and cement in your mind what must be preserved at all costs. These people don't only wish to take control over the money, they pretty much have that already. They want to take control of the spiritual future, of the spirituality of your descendants. And they must be stopped. My island brothers, my Semite brothers, my Hispanic brothers, are we to let a bunch of fucking Satanists, criminals, the worst white-collar fucking criminals, a bunch of confused, sensitive LGBT people who need to find God, a bunch of feminists, well-meaning or otherwise, a bunch of atheists, well-meaning or otherwise, and racists, deny our children a relationship with the Almighty? I say nay.